God in his infinite wisdom 2,000 years ago knew that Donald Trump was going to be president for 8 years. And we're going to say the blessing in English and then in Hebrew. Go ahead. We're going to do the second blessing. We'll read it in English and then, all right. Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, who performed miracles for our forefathers in those days at this time. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asa nisim la'avotenu bayamim hahem bazman hazeh. And so a little story so we can understand what Hanukkah is about, and it's ultimately the dedication of the temple to God. And at the time, the Romans and the Greeks had control of the eastern Mediterranean, Lebanon. And to help understand it better, we'll sort of relate it to modern times. So if you think of the Romans and the Greeks as sort of the Democrat Party, they're sort of the emperors were controlled by the Clintons and the Obamas. And there was a king that was sub-king over the eastern Lebanon, and that was like Speaker Pelosi, controlled everything with an iron fist. And over Palestine at the time, it was actually Israel at the time, still called Judea, they had some sub-people who were in charge, and I think they called them the squad, who ran. But there were Jews in that area, and there were two sets of Jews, just like there are two sets of Republicans. There are those Jews who believe strongly in freedom and individual liberty, and they wanted to practice being Jews. And then there were other Jews who really wanted to be sort of secular and wanted to fit in with the Democrats. And those Jews were known as the Rhinos, and their leader was Mitt Romney. So, and part of the story actually is that the squad came down, the leaders, the representatives of the king, of Pelosi, came down and demanded that the Jews in the Holy Temple sacrifice to the Roman emperors, to the Obamas and Clintons. And the Romneys, the Rhinos, wanted to do that. And they said, yeah, we love the Democrat idea, we love the Roman idea, the Greek way of life. We'll do whatever you say because we want to live the good life. And so on his way up, Romney was on his way up to sacrifice the unclean animal to the Romans. And so the high priest of the Jews said, no, we're not going to do this. His name, ironically, was Donald Trump. And the story goes, he slew, well, in this story, Romney, but literally in this story, the high priest killed the Jews who were more Hellenistic, and then the war was on. So President Trump, Donald Trump and all of his group waged, and these were the Maccabees, waged a guerrilla war for 3 years against essentially the Democrats and the Rhinos. There were Jews that fought on the side of the Greeks. And after 3 long years, Donald Trump and his cohorts finally won and kicked the squad and kicked the Democrats out. And the Jews, the Republicans, had their freedom and their liberty and to live by the rule of laws that they knew, which here in the United States is the Constitution. And that was the whole goal and what Hanukkah was. So they rededicated, just as President Trump rededicated the Oval Office and brought Winston Churchill back in the days when we rededicated the temple, we came in, cleaned it up, spruced it up, lit a candle, and there was a miracle because there was enough holy oil to light the holy candle for 1 day. It lasted 8 days. But Donald Trump, when he rededicated the temple, the profound thing that he said to the Grand Republic was, Epstein did not kill himself. So Merry Christmas to all of you. Happy Hanukkah. Thank you so much.